I know you well. You're nothing but grateful. Let it be always lost the times that bind forever. Always seems love. Just I'll be there. I'll go in the way down. Oh, you're all going to stand down here till it's got.
Aye, I'm just going to follow my son in that canoe now.
Aye.
Trying to help.
If you need that in the anything, let me know. No.
Aye, I'll keep through the week.
Aye, okay.
Cheers.
New Year bells had been ringing. All Scotland was singing. The old year had done, and the new had been on. As the disaster from Ibrox came spreading, the news that took us out. Two great souls have been scorned in the last dying moments. Jimmy Johnson for Celtic, Rangers, Leicester. Their supporters all cheered them with voices of thunder, unknowing what waited. Staircase 66 people died, some in flower of their manhood, when the fences gave way and the barriers bent. Seasoned Glasgow policemen, their faces all tear-stained, with brave efforts endeavour our worst to prevent. All of Glasgow enjoined for the first time in history in the Glasgow cathedrals. No penny, no dime, but the old united to pray for the victims of a tragedy since
in the memory. New Year bells been ringing. All Scotland was singing. The old year had died, and the new had been born. As the news from Ibrox came spreading, the news that we cost our
Thank you.
from Argyle, so young, to Glasgow City, they come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got a car parked just behind us here, if you could move it, please, behind the barriers. Ambitions will grow. And if everybody along, come forward. Such a beautiful. We're moving in. The cars can go around the back of you. We're here for a more special reason than people driving past in a car. The start of football team. They had no money, no care, not even a home. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles were still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your heart and voice. Celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. Stuck on your heart, I hang on every word you sing. Don't fear us apart. Oh, baby, don't let go. Something better, better than all, better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart, hang on every word you say. Don't tear us apart, 'cause baby, I would rather be together. Oh, you're simply the best. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to our fan-led tribute to the 66 people who lost their lives back in the 2nd of January 1971. As you may be aware, the club always do the wreath laying in the morning. They've also introduced now a private family and survivor service, which I had the privilege of piping at earlier on today. And the club have been good enough to support this and also promote this on the club website so that more people can get to know about it, more people can come along. So I thank you all for being here. As is always the case, I'm here because I'm a Rangers supporter. I love Rangers the same as you do. The same as the 66 people did back that day in the 2nd of January 1971.
And you can only imagine the horror of going to a football match and never coming home again after it. Especially back in 1971, where there wasn't social media, nobody knew what was happening, the panic that set in around the country as folk began to hear about it. And sometimes it was the next day, because as is known to happen in a Rangers-Celtic game, people don't necessarily go home after the game. Sometimes they end up in the hostelry or somebody's couch. So it was the next day, sometimes people were finding out that the people were still alive. Of the 66, of course, one very close to my own heart, Margaret Ferguson was the only female that died at the Ibrox disaster, and she was from Falkirk, my hometown. And I was speaking to her niece just this morning at the Families and Survivors Service, and she's eternally grateful for people coming out to remember her aunt in such a way. So I can only thank you very much for being here. I think this is the 14th year we've been doing this. And thankfully, this year we have no game against the other lot today, so we were able to be here. And obviously the numbers are hugely swollen as a result of that, so thank you very much for being here. As I just said a few minutes back as well, I was aware of a few guys wearing dark clothing towards the main stand as I came round, so I believe a good number of Union Bears are here today. Give me a cheer if that's the case. Copeland Collective. They're being quiet. Unusually. But thank you for being here, guys. It is appreciated and it means a lot. Not just to me, but to all families as well. We're all Rangers supporters. We all love the club. And the same as the 66 people that day. We're here to remember them very specially. So the format slightly changed. I know in the years gone by I've given wee pamphlets and orders of service. I've just not had time to do that. I've got a 3-year-old Charlotte down here who takes up my time. I'm also working night shift nowadays, so it's difficult to do that. Also, we used to go around to the memorial statue, but the logistics of involving that are just becoming too much to get power around there as well. That might happen again in the future. We'll wait and see. But Graham Colley is here, and he did help me with that for quite a few years. But that's just not been possible recently. But it's something we can look at in the future. I'd like to thank Gordon Smith, former player, for being here as well. He's always here every year, and I appreciate his support. And I know that you know, the fans that are aware of Gordon are appreciative of his presence as well. I'd like to thank Greg Marshall and the SLO and all the other people from Rangers who have helped promote it, and make sure I've got a plug-in at the back here. So that's all we need. But I appreciate that. It is a huge part of it all, and I'd like to thank them as well. So without further ado, the format is I'll do the piping lament, the Flowers of the Forest, which is an ancient military funeral march, but a very poignant for a Scottish occasion. We will then have Paul Beacom singing his song Forever 66, and I think this is the 10th year now, Paul, that you've done that. I was checking back, it was 2016 that we first got you involved, so it might even be the 11th year now, actually, when I think about it. But, and then after that, my own two sons, Ian and Derek, will read out the names and ages of our 66 absent friends. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go get my bagpipes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you know, there wasn't any bum notes there, but when your pinkies are frozen, you can't find the hole in the chanter. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So, anyway, as with time on the tradition over the last few years, and it's always been a very important part to me as well. I was playing the song earlier on as I was ironing my shirt. I'd like to ask Paul Meeklem to come up, and he's going to sing Forever 66. Paul, if you just stand at the front here and come up the steps. New microphone, so I've no problems today. Now, the words are very poignant as I'm standing here because there's a full moon right behind you, ladies and gentlemen, and the stars are shining in the sky. So as Paul's singing, look up at the stars and see you shining down on me, it's really quite poignant. Back in 2nd January 71, it was a right murky, foggy day and we couldn't see anything, but tonight is very poignant for Paul song. So thank you very much again, Paul, much appreciated. It's Paul's ambition to sing that inside the stadium, and there's not necessarily a full stadium, but I'll certainly keep working on that for you, Paul. Okay. Right. We're going to read out the names now. When Ian or Derek reads out the last bit, we will then have a minute silence, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to mention that earlier. So I'll hand you over now to Ian Jr. and Derek. Derek's named after Derek Parlane and Derek Johnson. And I was speaking to Derek Johnson earlier on. Ian's middle name's McCoist. I don't know where he gets that from.
George Wilson, aged 15.
George Irwin, aged 22.
Alexander McIntyre, aged 29.
Robert Grant, aged 21.
George Adams, aged 43.
Hugh Addy, aged 33.
Charles Dugan, aged 31.
John Jeffrey, aged 16.
Thomas Grant, aged 16.
Russell Morgan, aged 14.
George Smith, aged 40.
John Gardiner, aged 32.
David Anderson, aged 45.
David McPherson, aged 30.
David McGee, aged 14.
John Buchanan, aged 32.
Francis Dover, aged 16.
Thomas Melville, aged 17.
Robert Mulholland, aged 16.
Walter Shields, aged 15.
Donald Sutherland, aged 14.
David Duff, aged 23.
John Crawford, aged 23.
Robert Ray, aged 25.
Robert Carrigan, aged 13.
John Semple, aged 18.
Thomas Stirling, aged 16.
James Ray, aged 19.
Duncan McBrearty, aged 17.
Thomas McRobbie, aged 17.
George Finlay, aged 21.
Robert Neal, aged 29.
Charles Livingston, aged 30.
Peter Farries, aged 26.
Andrew Lindsay, aged 18.
Brian Hutchison, aged 16.
Robert Maxwell, aged 15.
James Traynor, aged 20.
Peter Wright, aged 31.
Thomas Dixon, aged 32.
Charles Stirling, aged 20.
Ian Frew, aged 21.
Richard Bark, aged 15.
James Gray, aged 37.
William Summerhill, aged 17.
William Shaw, aged 38.
Ian Hunter, aged 14.
Robert McAdam, aged 36.
Alexander Orr, aged 16.
James Mayer, aged 19.
Adam Henderson, aged 43.
Matthew Reach, aged 49.
Richard McClay, aged 28.
Margaret Ferguson, aged 18.
Peter Easton, aged 13.
John McClay, aged 23.
Brian Todd, aged 14.
Russell Malcolm, aged 16.
Ronald Payton, aged 14.
Douglas Morrison, aged 14.
James Sibbald, aged 28.
William Mason Phillip, aged 15.
Walter Rayburn, aged 36.
Robert Cairns, aged 17.
Nigel Pickup, aged 8.
Robert McGowan, aged 24.
And of course, not forgetting George Nelson and Thomas Thompson, who died on Stairway 13 in September 1961.
And also remembering the 25 people who lost their lives here at Ibrox Stadium at a Scotland v England match in 1902.
Thank you once again, Ian and Derek. I'm still trying to persuade Liam, who's only 11, to take his part as well, but he's still been chicken. Maybe next year he'll share it. The reason we read out the ages, ladies and gentlemen, is to let you just understand that more than half of those who passed away were age of 18 years or under. These are just children. Just children. And we've got people and other supporters of other clubs who mock that. It's despicable. Utterly despicable. And it's about time more was done to call it out. Some young fans did it themselves the other night there. We've had a Celtic supporter in court, convicted, lost his job, I believe, etc., etc. And he had his son with him, 10 years old. Absolutely disgusting. And it needs to be called out. Hibernian, John McGovern, who was from Trinent, he was a serving soldier at the time he died. His two sons have grown up as Hibernian supporters, possibly because their mother was a Hibernian supporter. Now, when Hibernian fans therefore mock it, and they have done in the past, two of their own supporters' dads died at the disaster. What are they meant to think? Human beings shouldn't be mocking somebody's death, and it doesn't matter who it is, and that includes us, for other people of other clubs. So it needs to be called out. The decent thing to do is remember people in silence. Some people can't do that, so we now have minutes of applauses occasionally. But silence is the way to do it. That's the proper respect. So I'd now like you to stand in silence for 1 minute. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That concludes the brief ceremony today of remembering our 66. Hopefully that has done so in an appropriate manner. I thank you once again all for being here. Numbers certainly are swollen from the past 2 or 3 years where there's been games on and people aren't hanging back after a game, which I understand. It's very cold today as well, so very, very many thanks for coming out in such a weather. And I thank Si Leslie is from JS TV has been videoing it as well, and I believe there is other mediums as well who are making sure that this reaches as many people as possible. So thank you once again for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting this event, and we are the people. Thank you.